Miss Sally taught these children life lessons that lectures and school books could never do. Her life was awesome. She lived her life to give meaning and to possibly change the destiny of some of these kids who came in contact with her. 2,000 years ago, there was a man. There was a man who came to give life to each one who dared go up to him and ask for a hug. That night, as was read, Cheryl read in John chapter 20. It was dark. It was a very dark morning, and Mary Magdalene couldn't go to sleep. How could she? How could she when her master was crucified? So in the dark of the dawn, she had gone to the tomb, probably not knowing what to do, but she had to be there. And so she went to the tomb, and of course, she saw, when she looked in, there was nobody there. And so she ran to get the disciples, and all of them showed up and confirmed that there was nobody there. And so he said in that verse, these men went home. But I could imagine how the going home scene must have been like as Peter and John and the rest of the disciples were there and said, "Oh, man, this is humiliating. This is bad enough. They killed him, and now they took his body. You know what, guys? I think they're going to come for us. You know what? They probably are going to come for us. So let's get out of here." And they noticed Mary was just standing there. It says sobbing, and so I can imagine it probably was Peter who said, "Mary, let's go. Come on." And Mary just stood there just weeping and "Come on, Mary, he's dead. He's dead. Let's go." And all these men, and I'm sure Peter, and they probably looked at her and go, "Women." And they walked away, and Mary continues to sob, and she must have noticed these men walking away and said, "How can they leave him? For all that they have meant to him, how could they leave him? I mean, do they know who he is? I mean, this was the guy who the world had its way with me, and the enemy had its way with me, and he delivered me. He gave me life. He gave meaning. And so how could I not follow him through all the villages he would walk through, and as he would share the good news, as he would bring healing? I had to be there because he was there for me, and I was there as he had to drag his cross down the street. And I was there as he was bleeding, as his blood was dripping, and I was just looking up, and I would say, "Oh Lord, oh Lord." And in her grief, and in her absolute despair, as she just wept, something was about to change. And she heard a voice, and it called her name. Mary. Mary. And probably her eyes puffed up, and she looked, and it didn't make sense. And then she looked, and she said, Master. And it said she hugged him. I mean, In fact, she hugged him so hard that Jesus himself had to say, Mary, I haven't gone to heaven yet. And you could imagine she said, but Master, you've come back. There have been so many of us that have lost our way, that realized there was no there from here, and we've messed our lives up, and there was no hope. No hope. Maybe even here, this early Sunday morning, some of us are being troubled by something within us. And there's a hope. There's a hope. There's a hope and there's a hug waiting just for you. Because on this Sunday, we will celebrate, and we'll celebrate that Jesus has come back. And maybe for some of us here, for the first time, he's coming just for you. And he has a hug just for you.